2021 selecting a fuel line easy or not. I ended up ordering a bit of a time lapse between that video, but anyway, ended up ordering the $10 some odd cent BRS full line replacement with the hope, as I said in that video, that the tips attached to the preheat tube, that the tip would be the correct size. Now it turns out that it's the correct depth, it's the correct diameter, but it's not the correct threading. So we end up with the tip of the replacement line on the damaged line, and the original tip is now on the replacement line, and it's there after at least a half an hour of excruciatingly painful tip numbing, fingertip numbing, and breaking installation. Just a very excruciatingly painful process I would not recommend to anybody. So not only is it not easy to find the line for some of these stoves, it's also, when you do end up having to do something like replace the tip, well, my goodness gracious, it's like you're just going to want to spend the extra $100 or even $200 for whatever brand name stove you're looking at, that you could just easily order the replacement parts for the stove proper. And I think in the end, when I talk about final thoughts on fuel lines, repairing fuel lines, having, well, all is, as I said in the repair video, have a backup. But when it comes to the backup, in the end, it's all in stove selection. It's all going to boil down to the stove selection. When you get your stove, try to see if you can in fact get a bona fide replacement fuel line and possibly other parts for the stove. And if you can't, pass on the stove. Get a stove where you can get bona fide replacement parts. And as far as which stove, well, that's a whole other, tons of videos out there from stove selection. All right. So as far as fuel replacement, fuel line replacement, all about stove selection. Get a stove, you can get the lines for the stove. You'll be doing good. Backup, don't repair. Steve Price, Outdoors.